This super yacht is worth almost $100 million. It's owned by a sanctioned Russian oligarch, and in April 2022, FBI agents and Spanish officials seized it.
Today marks our task force's first seizure of an asset belonging to a sanctioned individual with close ties to the Russian regime.
What happens when the ultimate symbols of criminal power are left to rot at the bottom of the ocean? Right now, scattered across forgotten harbors and impound facilities worldwide, lie the abandoned super yachts of history's most notorious gangsters. These floating palaces, worth over $1.5 billion combined, once projected ultimate power. Today, they're maritime graveyards where champagne glasses gather dust and bulletproof windows crack under relentless sun. We've spent months investigating 5 of the most incredible cases, working with maritime authorities and former crew members to uncover secrets that have never been told publicly. From stealth technology that shouldn't exist to hidden submarine docks, each vessel represents a criminal empire that thought it was untouchable. And number 1, it's a 600-foot floating city that cost more than most countries' annual defense budgets. And when authorities finally got inside, what they discovered changed everything we thought we knew about organized crime. Let's dive in. Number 5, the Serene Fortress, Russian oligarch's $180 million spy ship. We're starting with what Interpol classified as the most sophisticated surveillance vessel ever seized by civilian authorities. This 290-foot ocean coast super yacht belonged to Viktor Kozhin, a Russian oligarch whose money laundering network stretched across 23 countries. Built in 2008 for $180 million, maritime investigators describe walking aboard as entering a floating NSA facility disguised as luxury. Picture this. The yacht's master suite wasn't just a bedroom. It was a titanium-reinforced panic room with independent life support and a personal escape submarine hidden beneath a false floor. When French authorities finally breached its security systems in 2019, they discovered surveillance equipment capable of intercepting satellite communications across Eastern Europe. But here's what makes your blood run cold. The main salon featured a holographic display tracking over 10,000 individuals in real time. Politicians, business leaders, rival criminals, all monitored from international waters where no law could touch them. The vessel's guest list, according to seized documents, reads like a criminal hall of fame. Arms dealers who supplied 3 civil wars, human traffickers moving thousands annually, and corrupt officials whose combined theft exceeded $50 billion. Kozhin's downfall came when German intelligence realized that several NATO communication breaches originated from coordinates matching the yacht's exact location. The morning of the raid, crew members found the vessel abandoned, its engines still warm but its owner vanished. Today, in a classified French naval facility outside Toulon, this technological marvel slowly deteriorates. The bulletproof glass shows stress fractures, sophisticated computers have been stripped by intelligence agencies, and seawater corrosion spreads through million-dollar navigation systems. What once monitored global criminal networks now can't even monitor its own decay. But $180 million in criminal surveillance technology? That's nothing compared to what's coming next. Because our number 4 yacht was specifically engineered to transport something that redefined the entire drug trade. Number 4, the Golden Empress, cartel engineering, masterpiece worth $240 million. The morning mist reveals the ghostly outline of what was once the most expensive drug-running vessel in history, the Golden Empress, a 350-foot Lursen masterpiece that belonged to the notorious Medellin Norte cartel. According to DEA seizure documents, this wasn't just any super yacht. Built in 1994 for $240 million, every system was engineered for a single purpose: moving industrial quantities of cocaine while maintaining the appearance of ultimate luxury. When you stepped aboard, you entered criminal engineering perfection. Hidden behind hand-carved Italian marble were compartments that could swallow entire shipping containers, spaces holding up to 15 tons of pure cocaine per voyage. The yacht's hull itself had been reconstructed with false chambers invisible to X-ray scanning. But the real genius was in the details. The dining room table, carved from a single Colombian emerald worth $12 million, concealed hydraulic lifts accessing a cocaine processing laboratory. The ballroom's crystal chandeliers, each one hollowed out, containing nearly 100 kilograms of processed drugs. Maritime records show the Golden Empress completed 47 successful runs between Colombia and Miami, transporting an estimated $20 billion worth of cocaine, making it the single most profitable criminal vessel in history. The beginning of the end came in 1998 when undercover DEA agents noticed something impossible. The yacht's fuel consumption didn't match its reported routes. Advanced analysis revealed it was carrying weight equivalent to 200 additional passengers on every journey, except no passengers were ever seen boarding. When Colombian authorities finally seized the vessel in 2001, they discovered something that shocked even experienced investigators. The yacht's air conditioning system had been modified to preserve cocaine quality during transport, requiring engineering expertise that took 5 years to fully understand. Today, longer than 2 football fields and taller than a 12-story building, the Golden Empress sits in a Cartagena shipyard. The emerald table lies cracked, its hidden laboratory flooded with rainwater. Gold-plated fixtures have tarnished black, and where champagne once flowed, now only stagnant water drips through a deteriorating roof. This $240 million monument to cartel innovation now generates only storage fees for the Colombian government. But wait until you see our next entry, because it involves technology so advanced that intelligence agencies spent 5 years just figuring out how it worked. Number 3, the Digital Phantom, Yakuza's $320 million cyber warfare vessel. Imagine a yacht that could hack into government satellites while you sip cocktails on deck. That's exactly what the Digital Phantom represented. A 400-foot feed ship belonging to Kenji Nakamura, the Yakuza boss who ran what Interpol called the most sophisticated criminal technology network in modern history. Built in secrecy over 4 years at a cost of $320 million, this vessel wasn't just a yacht, it was a floating cyber warfare command center disguised as maritime luxury. Walking through its corridors was like entering a science fiction movie. The main salon featured wall-mounted screens displaying real-time financial data from every major market on Earth. But according to Japanese intelligence documents, those weren't just displays. They were active trading terminals manipulating billions in transactions through algorithms no government had ever seen. Hidden beneath the guest quarters lay something that terrified intelligence agencies, a data center more powerful than most government facilities. Server farms processing cryptocurrency transactions worth $200 million daily, all cooled by seawater and powered by the yacht's nuclear-grade generators. But here's what kept investigators awake at night. The yacht could intercept and decode military satellite communications in real time. That decorative radar dome, it housed electronic warfare equipment that could hack into defense networks while remaining completely undetected in international waters. For over a decade, authorities knew someone was coordinating massive cyber attacks on government systems, but they couldn't trace the source. The attacks always originated from coordinates in the middle of the ocean, coordinates that perfectly match the Digital Phantom's location. The end came in 2018 when a former crew member, facing prosecution for unrelated crimes, revealed to authorities that the yacht's captain kept detailed logs of every cyber operation. Within 48 hours, a joint task force was tracking the vessel's location in real time. But Nakamura was ready. As boarding teams approached, the yacht's entire computer system activated what investigators called a digital dead man's switch. Every server, every hard drive, every piece of evidence was electromagnetically wiped clean in under 30 seconds. Today, in a classified facility outside Tokyo, the Digital Phantom sits under heavy guard. Intelligence agencies have been through every inch, stripping away technology that was literally decades ahead of anything they possessed. What remains is a hollow shell worth perhaps $10 million in scrap metal. A ghost ship that once commanded the world's digital underworld. But even $320 million in criminal technology can't compare to what we discovered about our number 2 yacht. Because this vessel was designed with one capability that shouldn't exist outside of military science fiction. Number 2, the Invisible Sovereign, the stealth super yacht that defied physics. Some secrets are so dangerous that governments classify them for decades. The Invisible Sovereign is one of those secrets. A 450-foot super yacht built with technology that officially doesn't exist. According to leaked Interpol files, this vessel belonged to Alexander Petrov, an arms dealer whose client list included 3 terrorist organizations and 7 military dictatorships. But what made Petrov truly dangerous wasn't who he sold to. It was how he delivered weapons without ever being detected. The Invisible Sovereign was constructed using materials and techniques borrowed from the world's most classified military programs. Its angular, almost alien design wasn't aesthetic. Every surface was precisely angled to make the yacht nearly invisible to radar detection systems. But that was just the beginning. According to technical analysis by maritime engineers, the vessel could alter its thermal signature to avoid satellite detection, change its acoustic profile to fool sonar systems, and even modify its visual appearance using adaptive camouflage panels. Walking aboard was like entering a weapons museum designed by a Bond villain. The main salon displayed holographic maps of global conflict zones, updated in real time with intelligence that sometimes preceded official military reports by days. The owner's suite included a personal armory containing weapons worth more than most countries' defense budgets. For 12 years, intelligence agencies worldwide knew someone was supplying advanced weapons to conflicts across 3 continents, but they couldn't identify the source. Satellite surveillance found nothing, naval patrols detected nothing, and cargo manifests showed no unusual shipments. The breakthrough came in 2020 when a former crew member, dying of cancer, contacted Interpol with an extraordinary confession. He had served aboard a yacht that could literally become invisible to detection systems. Most dismissed it as the ravings of a dying man until he provided GPS coordinates, technical specifications, and photographic evidence that changed everything intelligence agencies thought they knew about maritime stealth technology. But when the Joint Task Force arrived at those coordinates, they found only empty ocean. The Invisible Sovereign had vanished without a trace, taking its impossible technology and its secrets with it. Some investigators believe Petrov scuttled the yacht to destroy evidence. Others think it's hidden in a secret facility, waiting for its owner's return from exile. But there's a third theory that keeps maritime experts awake at night, that the yacht's stealth technology was so advanced, it's still out there, completely invisible, waiting for orders that may never come. The truth is, nobody knows what happened to the world's only stealth superyacht. But even a vanishing $400 million invisible fortress can't prepare you for our final entry. Because what we're about to reveal about the #1 yacht will change everything you think you know about the scale of organized crime. Number 1, the Empire's End. The $500 million floating city that almost destroyed governments. And here it is, the most incredible abandoned criminal vessel ever discovered, and the reason this story has remained classified for over 5 years. The Empire's End wasn't just a super yacht. It was a 600-foot floating nation that belonged to Dmitry Volkov, whose criminal empire was so vast that when it collapsed, it nearly destabilized the global banking system. Built in absolute secrecy over 8 years at a cost exceeding $500 million, this vessel represented the ultimate expression of criminal power. According to sealed court documents, it featured over 80 rooms, including a full-size concert hall, a casino larger than most land-based establishments, and living quarters for 300 people. But those numbers don't capture the true horror of what investigators found aboard. The yacht wasn't just a mobile headquarters. It was the nerve center of a criminal network that controlled human trafficking operations moving 50,000 people annually, arms dealing that supplied 40% of the world's conflict zones, and money laundering that processed over $200 billion yearly. The vessel's most shocking feature was discovered 6 decks below the waterline, a fully operational submarine dock housing 2 military-grade submarines. Intelligence analysis suggests Volkov used these vessels to transport everything from nuclear materials to kidnapped individuals, all while remaining completely undetected beneath the ocean's surface. But the main salon held something that made even experienced investigators physically ill: a trophy room containing souvenirs from thousands of criminal operations, personal effects from victims, photographs documenting decades of violence, and what forensic experts described as evidence of systematic human rights violations on an industrial scale. The yacht's communications center could coordinate criminal operations across 6 continents simultaneously. Its medical facility was equipped for major surgery, not for treating crew, but for extracting information from prisoners brought aboard in international waters where no law applied. According to intelligence estimates, Volkov's empire generated over $50 billion annually at its peak, making it larger than the GDP of 100 countries. His organization didn't just commit crimes. It corrupted entire governments, with documented payments to officials in 47 nations. But the empire's end held one more secret that intelligence agencies are still trying to understand. A vault containing physical evidence of corruption involving thousands of high-ranking officials worldwide. Information so damaging that its release could have destabilized entire governments and collapsed international institutions. The end came in 2019 when a coordinated operation involving 23 intelligence agencies finally cornered Volkov's network. But as authorities closed in, something unprecedented happened that still gives investigators nightmares. The empire's end was found drifting in international waters, completely abandoned. Its 300-person crew had vanished without a trace, lifeboats still secure, personal belongings untouched, meals still warm on the tables. When boarding teams finally gained access, they discovered something that shocked even the most experienced investigators. The yacht had been systematically sabotaged from the inside. Computer systems were destroyed using military-grade electromagnetic pulses. The secret vault had been emptied, and, most terrifyingly, someone had activated the vessel's built-in self-destruct systems. Systems that had been manually disabled just minutes before they would have sent the entire yacht to the bottom of the ocean. But here's the detail that still haunts intelligence agencies. Whoever sabotaged the yacht left behind a single message written in multiple languages across the main salon's walls. Some secrets should never see daylight. To this day, investigators have never determined who wrote those words, how 300 people vanished from a vessel in the middle of the ocean, or what happened to the intelligence that could have exposed corruption at the highest levels of world government. Breaking news as recent as last month reveals that intelligence agencies have finally cracked some of the yacht's encrypted communications, discovering evidence of criminal operations that are still active today. But most of the yacht's secrets remain locked away in classified vaults, too dangerous for public disclosure. Today, the empire's end sits in a location so classified that its coordinates are known only to 12 people worldwide. This $500 million monument to ultimate criminal power slowly deteriorates under 24-hour military guard. Its secrets carefully contained by intelligence agencies who understand that some truths are too dangerous for democracy to survive. The yacht that once projected unstoppable criminal power now serves as a grim reminder that no empire, no matter how vast, how wealthy, or how technologically advanced, can escape the inevitable consequences of choosing evil over humanity. From surveillance ships to stealth vessels, from floating drug labs to cyber warfare command centers, these 5 abandoned superyachts represent over $1.5 billion in criminal luxury. Wealth that could have funded hospitals, schools, and infrastructure projects that might have saved thousands of lives. But what strikes me most about these maritime monuments isn't their incredible technology or shocking criminal connections. It's how quickly they transformed from symbols of ultimate power into forgotten graveyards of ambition. The same men who spent hundreds of millions building these floating fortresses couldn't prevent their empires from crumbling or their vessels from being abandoned to rust, decay, and the relentless judgment of time. Every bulletproof window that cracks, every gold fixture that tarnishes, every computer system that fails tells the same story. Criminal power is ultimately an illusion, sustained only by fear and violence that eventually consume everything they touch. These yachts now serve as maritime tombstones for criminal empires that thought they could rule forever. Their luxury fittings corroding in the salt air, while their former owners rot in maximum security prisons or hide in exile, constantly looking over their shoulders for enemies they created through decades of violence. But these 5 vessels represent only the beginning of our investigation into the abandoned luxury of history's most notorious criminals. The world holds even darker secrets, from the private islands where dictators built torture facilities disguised as resorts, to the underground bunkers where billionaire criminals stockpiled enough weapons to arm small nations. Our next investigation takes you inside, The abandoned private islands where billionaires built secret empires, including one island fortress that's been completely frozen in time since 1987, its automated defense system still active, waiting for an owner who will never return. We've obtained exclusive access to declassified intelligence reports that reveal what really happened on these private paradises when their criminal owners' fortunes disappeared overnight. If today's journey into the dark side of maritime luxury fascinated you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now, because these stories of ultimate power and spectacular downfall are just getting started. The intersection of crime, luxury, and human ambition creates narratives stranger than any fiction, and we're committed to uncovering them all. Which yacht shocked you most? The stealth vessel that vanished without a trace? Or the floating city with secrets too dangerous for governments to reveal? Let me know in the comments below. Your feedback helps us choose which criminal mysteries to investigate next. Thanks for joining this investigation, and remember, the most expensive things in life often come with costs that can never be calculated in money alone.